Well, I hope you guys can see me a little better here. It's not that good. Well, it's not too bad, all right? It is I, WJ, Warrior Jr. I had to move over because I had to move my bed into the living room because it's going to get fumigated. You know, I have a bed bug issue. I mean, I used some spray. I think I haven't seen any since, but, you know, it's kind of, you know, gotta have come in and spray everything. So, you know, till then, I'm on the side here. You know, I moved on the side so you can see my grand wardrobe. You know, a lifetime accumulation of stuff. Right? Like, and this is gonna lead into the topic. You know, like uh, you know, by the end of next year, if I'm still here, you know, I'll be 50, right? And it's kind of hard sometimes. It really is when you start to reflect and you go, wow, okay, I'm going to be a half a century year old. And as the lights go out, I'm going to be a half a century year old. And it's like I got nothing to show for it. You know, I mean, well, nothing is zero, right? I mean, that's not absolutely accurate. I can't say nothing, but you know, I was over talking to my friend last night, and he lets this guy stay with him, and these guys are like on the cusp of 60, both of them. And the guy that he lets stay with him, he's very articulate, you know, like he's seemed like he's kind of smart, you know, but he doesn't know how to survive, like as far as you know, he basically goes from hotel to hotel, like he can't. And I just don't want to engage him saying, well, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? Like, why you don't know how to keep a roof over your head? Like, what's your problem? Um, the chasm, as I explained in West Hollywood, Los Angeles for that matter, the bar is extremely high here. You know, like now the Section 8 thing, they necessarily, you know, they don't really give that out. It's very hard to get. And this guy's got this kind of issues with accepting help, you know, for things. So, you know, I can't help, you know, it's not my job to guide any of these people. I can't offer them anything because I'm barely trying to build my life on my own. You know, I hate when they just say it's hard, you know, but what what can you do? You know, like LA, you know, this place, this all leads to where I'm going at. I've talked about Vegas, you know, moving out there, and my friend, he doesn't get it either. You know, the guy's again almost 60 years old, never owned property, never, just doesn't get it. You know, he's gonna stay here and have nothing. You know, he just doesn't understand. He goes, "You're gonna get sick of this trip, and then you're gonna get bored." And he's like, "You just don't get it, do you? You know, doesn't matter. This place, I'm on like suicide watch. LA, this place has not giving me anything. Zero, zero, and it's nothing but gaze. You know, like I go to the gym. And I feel like I'm in a purgatory. You know, you walk around and you're like, this is the most boring fucking place. You know, like the music, the places, it all sucks on the weekends. You know, like it doesn't matter. I told you, like when I went to Buena Park, everywhere I go, I cannot tell you the last time I've had a good time. It's that long ago. It's been so long since I've gone to a place and had a good time. Okay, take a sip of this. This is a chai spice, my last one. Put the special ingredient in. Thank God I'm feeling a little better. I had the flu for a week, you know. I went to I almost passed out. I tried to do squats. I almost passed out. I was so, you know, and I think my bodybuilding days are over. You know, I really think and that's fine, you know. I did a little dancing in the main room in the gym. There was a girl, I know she was kind of checking me out, but that doesn't mean nothing. This whole area means nothing. The bar at Los Angeles, you know, I failed. I didn't become anything here. I didn't become anything here. And here I am on the cusp of 50, and it's like, I just don't want to be 60 years old here. You know, I don't see the point. You know, this place, it's just not conducive. I still have some life left in me, and I feel like I could still do something, but I don't want to do it here. This place has broken my spirits, literally, where I live, this environment. It's just all, I just am not happy. I'm not fucking happy. You know, I'm going to go to Vegas in 2 weeks. The World Series of Poker is coming around. And, you know, I didn't have to think very long. I said, look, man, I need to go there. I need to play in this event. There's another event, actually, too, to get knocked out. It's a 3-day. They have, like, this other event at New Orleans. And like total, it's like $1,500 for the World Series and $200 for the side for the other event. So I think I can say to myself, for $1,700, I got 2 shots at 2 tournaments. And it's not just that. Like, I just feel alive there. I feel like maybe I'll meet a woman that's like just a good person, you know, like she's not expecting much. Like, the chasm, it's just too great here. Like, I feel like my face is like on the side of the concrete, like I'm being pressed. You don't understand that what this feels like, living in a faggot-infested place where women don't want you. I mean, you cannot imagine what this feels like. It's incredibly agitating for somebody that's a good person. You know, like, I feel like I've been fucked so hard, like and I just can't take it anymore. Like, I just am at my threshold of living in a place there's nothing here for me. Like, there's nothing. You're never gonna be. You're just burning time. Now, the reason I'm not in Vegas yet is because I still have to get my student loans expunged. I still got to get my degree first. Now, I'm 4.5 classes away from doctor. So I need to get that. That'll be done by the year in a couple months. Like, it's not astronomical way, but it's far enough. I got to get that doctor degree. Then I got to get the loans expunged. Then I can get a mortgage, because, you know, it's like it all works in tandem, because then I have enough down payment. I don't owe anything, and I can get a 30-year mortgage, and then it's like goodbye here. There's no point. There's no reason to be in Los Angeles. There's no reason to be a poor person here. I could live in a little condo in a good area in Las Vegas, and Gesundheit to you. You know, I'm a night person by heart. You know, I like to go dancing. I like to be around exciting people. This Los Angeles is not for me. It's not for me. It's changed. You know, it's over the past 10 years. It's gotten progressively where the music sucks. The kids, you know, it's not fun. You're not meeting anybody. There's older people out there. It's different. Um, I'm going to talk a little bit about, man, I talked about the girl that I met at the wrestling school. I wrote her one email today. First time I sent her the email, one email a month and a half ago, a month ago, and then today I wrote her one short email saying that the ZZ Top's going to be in San Diego, and I'd love to. Wonder if you would like to go. I have an extra ticket. And of course, never heard back. I'm never going to get nothing here. That's just the nail. She's the nail in the coffin that showed me like my whole life was worthless here. At the very end, I got hit the hardest. Like it's always a nothing here. There's never a miracle. There's never anything. I told you, I cannot tell you the last time I've been happy here. I cannot tell you. I got another thing from that Lemon Drop Club, oh, boy in the park again, Memorial Day week. I'm not going. I'm not going. Every time I fucking go to these things, I never get nothing, never meet anybody. I just get extremely irate, when I get home. It's like borderline suicide. It's an awful, awful feeling of not wanting to be alive. Like it's like Groundhog Day, where it just repeats the same thing over and over and over again. Where you're like, God, this sucks to the nines. It's awful. I don't understand. I don't understand how I go to every place and I'm not having a good time. I don't understand why the music sucks. I don't understand why the women don't want me. I don't understand why playful people are not friendly. I don't understand anything. It feels like being in a fucking jail, like in a prison where there's no hope. Like you're in a hopeless endeavor, And these three people that I know, or two of them that live, I hang out with, none of this applies to. They're 60 years old. They don't care. Like none of this really, to them, it's like just life. Like they don't care about any of this stuff. Doesn't mean anything to them. They're not me. And they don't understand either. They really don't. They lived other places, and this is like last stop for them. One guy's from Akron, Ohio. He left there when he was a kid. It was too cold for him. Broken neck, and to him, this is the greatest place. He just sits in his apartment and smokes and drinks all day. And he lived in Belmont Shores. Like he's a good guy, but he just has nothing. He doesn't know, never done nothing ever since I met him. And the other guy is hustles around like a maniac. This guy never owned any property. Spends $300 on expensive dinner, and going to San Clemente in hanging out a rich area, looking at boats, like that's absolutely asinine, like spending $100 for a hotel room and walking around, like I don't get it, like what it. This other guy that he hangs out with, he's got nothing. He's homeless, going from motel to motel. I don't understand these people. Like so society decides, yep, you got no money, you're an idiot. You're nothing. That's what it is, and that's what I feel like. I feel like I was young once. I chased these dreams, and everything is just the door closing on me. And everything is like this. No, you can't be, can't be, can't be, can't be, can't be. And then the worst of all, like I'll tell you what the worst is of all, is earning college degrees. When I got my associates, I didn't expect any opportunity. When I got my bachelor's in general studies, I said, it's just general studies. It's not going to, really be anything. When I got my master's in phys ed, then I said to I was like really thought. That's when I started to say to myself, wow, I got a master's degree. I can get teaching jobs. I can get this and that. And nothing open for me. Nothing fucking open. Not one opportunity with a master's degree. Then I got the educational specialist degree. which adds to everything. And of course, that's the same story, ditto. Now I'm working on a doctor of education, 4.5 classes away, and I don't see that going anywhere either. So the only thing I see is myself, going to Vegas. I want to, if I, and what I already said, I need to get like a 30-year mortgage, or hopefully I can put enough down, by then. I need to pound the pavement and find a decent place to live in a decent area where there's places to eat, where I don't need much. I got no cat, I got no dog, I have no family, I have nobody, no brothers, no sisters, just me, myself, and I. That's all that I have, and that's it. I have a half brother out there, but he's mentally gone, and I never talked to him, never met him, so it doesn't matter. I have myself is all that I have, and I see myself in Vegas with my little electric bike, and hopefully in a good area. Like that's the key. That's the key. And I feel like I get my little check every month. That's survival money, and I think that's it. Like I really am gonna let this all go, which is not really much anyway. It's it's it's, it's just death, living in an old people building, these people, around these people, and never had nothing, they never became nothing, and I don't like any of them, I don't relate to any of them, and I just rather go out there, like I don't care anymore, like it's my life is, for some reason, like the night, like it makes me feel alive, like if I own my own property, like, or you don't own it till it's paid off. I realize that, but 100,000 over 30 years, how much is your payments going to be? Your HOA fee, $200 a month. Okay, that's manageable. It's all manageable. In LA here, nothing is. You're never going to own. You're never going to fucking own. It's like $600,000 for a condo here. It's more. It's 800,000. It's a place for rich fags. It's a place for divorcee women that have money. It's a place where women don't want to get to know me. They don't care. They're married to their dogs. Like and I'm very sorry. This has brought out the anger of me, the hatred, because it's like I don't care. Like I don't see any future here. I don't see unless you were to hit something big. And it's like that guy who's homeless. Says, oh, you wrote so much. You wrote so much. Who cares? Who cares? I wrote dance to you. Nobody will listen to me. So it's all for nothing. It's all for nothing. It's registered. It doesn't matter. What matters is that I build my own life somewhere else. And go out to Vegas, and it's like I'm just so different when I'm out there. This is like turned upside down. When I'm in Vegas, it's like I feel like I'm alive. I feel happy. That I can't explain it to you. I can't explain it to you. Here, I feel like death. I don't even want to talk anymore. I'm so depressed because I haven't been happy. I had the glimmer of hope when I met that girl. Like I thought that was the end of the world for me. I would have, and of course not. Of course not. No, it's just the way it is. The way it is. Everything I ever tried, no woman has ever given me, and it's the same story all over again. It's all for naught. It's all for naught. It's all for naught. This area is a garbage. It's a nothing. To walk around, there's nothing out there. It's a boring death place. Is what West Hollywood is. Los Angeles, a death place unless you're very rich or something. It's a boring fucking place. I went to a Craig's restaurant. Like, no women are interested in me. They don't care. This place is not a warm, loving world. It's a garbage fucking place, a boring fucking place. It's nothing. At least in Vegas, it's not like this. It's not like this at all. You know, you never give women fucking nothing if I ever make it. They never gave me. They crushed my soul with what they did. They crushed my soul. Everyone. Everyone. Jim Morrison said women seem wicked when you're wanted. And it is. It is not wicked, but they crush your soul by not giving you any time, any love, nothing. And that's what it is. The girl that I really liked in the wrestling school, she never rebounded. that women, all these women out there and they're dancing, they brush me off. They crushed my soul. They crushed my soul, like a majority of it. And it's not just women; it's opportunity too. It's a combination of everything that crushed my spirit and crushed my soul. What crushed my spirit, I applied for all these jobs in Las Vegas, applied for all these. I never heard back from nothing. No opportunity. Like you have zero value. Like you don't need nothing. So you got a combination of all these factors. This is what really made me just like deaf. The women that have never given me a chance. The job opportunity market never gave me a chance. Living around and you see these faggots, in the gym, it's our gays looking at me. That agitates me. The women in the gym ignore me, so I know that goes along with the first one. But everything, it's like everything adds up to just like a hellacious, depressive way of living. Like why is this so backwards? Who made this? Like, is that hell? Like, there's heaven, right? Is hell like this is hell? Like, this is really what it is, where everything is backwards, where the women don't want you, and the gays looking at you, and you're in a place where there's no opportunity, that nobody needs you, nobody wants you, the job opportunities are not there. So, I mean, isn't that what hell is? Isn't that what hell is? I mean, I think so. I really do. I really think that's what hell is. And there's times I thought about this. I said, you know what? I can make this real easy on myself. There's this bridge that there's this bridge. It's a 101 bridge, like on Western. And I said, I don't even want to say it because I don't want to flag this thing, but I'm going to say it really, everything has crushed me so hard. I have no belief anymore. Like in everything I tried as hard as I could, and just have it all taken away, like never given you, and I could say, man, maybe the next life, like have optimism for the next life, and going, look, I gave it everything I could, and I couldn't figure out how to become anything. Women don't want me. I'm getting, like I said, all these things. I could rehash them, and I could say, maybe I should just check out. Maybe I should check out. What's the point? Like, what are you holding on for? What are you holding on to a place that's so there's no hope for you, and that's what and I'm surprised, kind of in a way, but I had a friend, he was researching suicide methods. I mean, this guy older than me, Dave Pearl, I remember, and I think, but he had a lot more money. He had like $500,000 from a trust, like a inheritance. I think he moved to China or something, but he was really down as well. Like I really understood that guy, but there's nothing. It's like there's nothing. There's no way I can't help you, like because I can't help myself. Like we're both sitting there going, this place we live in. Like he lives like a mile and a half from me. I never heard from him since, but he he really got it. Like he understood like what living here is, what hell is. Like he really got it. And but there was no answer. He kept saying to leave this country and go live somewhere else. And I said, well, I don't think that's the answer for me because I get my check, my survival, and I don't know where to go anywhere. I'm scared, and I'm not attracted to anywhere else in the world. Maybe Brazil, but without a job, without anything, I would feel like I could be like they would kill me, like I mean, at least Las Vegas is kind of like domesticated, you know, like it's still United States, you know, it's a lot of tourists, you know, and there's residential place, you know, I wouldn't be too intimidated to move out of California and to go live there. I just don't, you know, I remember in 2011, I think it was 11 years ago already, I played in this national chess championship at the South Point, where I won my section, you know, and I was at South Point. And I went for a walk. I walked all the way up Las Vegas Boulevard where I could see the Mandalay Bay, wasn't too far. And there was like a food for less. And I remember, like, I looked and I could see Henderson in the background of going south, and the Strip is right there up north. And I said to myself, could I do this? Should I live here? And that was in 2011. You know, I feel like I should have, you know, like worked toward a move back then, but I didn't. You know, I juggled the thought, you know, and now I'm like regretting. I regret that I, you know, I had 50 grand in the stock market. That could have been my transfer money. You know, I could have fucked up there. So I've made catastrophic errors, you know, that have kept me down in this position that I'm still in, you know. So I'm, it's such a catch-22 because, you know, it costs me, I live in a good area, but again, it's like hell. It doesn't cost me nothing to live here. So it's like, that's the catch-22. It's like, you're going to give up your, you know, living in a good, yeah, but you don't own nothing. Do you understand? That's what poor is. Poor is like being a bum in Beverly Hills. And the women don't want a bum in Beverly Hills. They want a guy that's got their shit together. And, you know, I here, it's like I live Beverly Hills adjacent, so it's the same thing. It's the same thing. The bar is very, very, very high here. Women size you up very quickly. They can tell if you got something or if you're a nothing. And I'm a nothing, you know, like I really am. I'm an idiot that chased his dreams. I got into everything where there's no money. Dancing, like I chose things that are cute, but there's nowhere to go with. You know, I picked all things that there was nowhere to go with, but I didn't make it. You know, bodybuilding, dancing. I chose dumb fucking pursuits. You know, it's all I can do is try to get my doctor degree and just. I mean, yeah, and that doesn't guarantee you a job in either way, anyway. You know, as an educator, put in so many applications, community college, UNLV. I put in all these things. Nobody never reached out to me. They never fucking reached out to me. You know, it's unfucking believable. You know what I mean? Can't get a break in this life. I applied for post office jobs in Las Vegas. I applied for UPS jobs in Las Vegas. Nobody ever fucking reached out to me. Nobody fucking reached out to me, not one goddamn fucking time saying, hey, you know, we could use a guy like you, and, you know, good worker, you know, you can make some good money here, you know, you'll have that condo paid off in a couple of years, you know, you can build a life out here. I feel like just all of it, like nothing has opened for me, nothing. It hasn't opened as far as women here. It hasn't opened as far as opportunity to go elsewhere. You know, the negative music, all these places, the gays, you know, like a god. I was walking down the boulevard with my groceries. I was listening to music. It was torture. It was like I couldn't believe. I said, this is why all this shit sucks. These people are fucking ingrates. They're rejects. The music sucks. All these places suck. They have no idea what fun is. I mean, and I don't belong here, you know, like, and then on Sunset, it's just as bad because the places suck there too, and there's no fun. You know, there's one piggy place that I would go to. It's the same story of garbage fucking places, guest list, high-end place. You can't get in. Young people, they're all tough, thuggy kind of people. You know, these low lives. I don't understand. You know, it's like all for naught here. It's all for fucking naught. It really is. It really is. It really has broken my spirit of anything here. You know, I just can't believe no woman, not one woman, can see through the smoke screen of crap of all these people, like, and being a good guy, like that, you know, you would think it would hold water, like, you know, it would lead somewhere. I mean, here I gave up the most toxic things you can do. I gave up drinking, gambling, everything, and it never mattered. It never mattered to the right woman. I was never enough. I was never enough, you know. And you know, here I'm talking about going to playing the World Series, and because I don't know what else to do. I sincerely, you know what? I don't know. I'm so sick of being here. It's like that gives me something to look forward to. You know, like out of all my years of playing cards, I never played in the World Series. So it's like something I gotta say I fucking did. You know, I've been saying this for years, and this year I'm gonna go because it's if I don't get out of Los Angeles, if I don't, you know, get out of here, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I mean, this is you know, my Dave would call it a meltdown. You know, that's what it is. There's nothing here. This is a plague. This West Hollywood. It's death. It's for a straight man. You know, and then you see these women. Some of them are decent looking, and they just will not give me a chance. I mean, it's so backwards. It's so backwards here. It really is. It's so backwards. It really is. It really, really, really is. You know, I'm just fed up with this place. You know, it's one thing living in poor people's housing. It really is death. You know, and I sit there in my bed, and I just didn't want to get up. Like I got up, and went back to bed. Like I just, you know, there's nothing for me here. My friend Alex goes, you know, well, the only thing here is the gym. And I said, well, I'm giving up. I can go work out anywhere in Vegas. All right. Staying here for the wrong reasons. Now he's gonna be in the welfare bill. Like some of these guys, they'll never, you know, that's all they'll amount to. Like they'll never take no chance. This kid Shane did take a chance. He did go to Vegas. He wants to come back, but he's not like me. Like, you know, he's a lot younger. But I commend him on having the balls to try to build a life elsewhere. Like that's very, very commendable. Very commendable. I hope to do the same, but I can't. This one guy in real estate told me just get out here, and go in a bad area and start from there. I can't. I'm too old. I need to own. I have to own. I have to own. You know, that's my motivation to get out there. I can't spend $700, $800, $900,000 a month rent when that money could be going toward a mortgage. That'd be absolutely ridiculous. You know, not to own $100,000 condo or better. You know, that's the whole goal. The whole goal is for me to own my own property. That's the whole fucking ultimate goal of my life. You know, is to own a little something. That's like, even if it takes 30 years to pay it off, it's better than living in government housing or paying fucking rent, you know, on top of that. I'm gonna close with this, you know. You know, that woman, that would have been my dream. That would have been my fucking dream. She's so pretty, you have no idea. Like, she's everything. I would have, you know, that was the fucking, that crushed my soul. It really did. It really did. I can't believe a woman like that. Like, I'm not the one. Like, you know, I can't. I really, really thought that God sent me an angel. I really did. I really did. And that that was the all the end for me. That was like what I can't believe that I can never get nothing here. I can't believe a guy could go through so much and get nothing. I can't believe it. I can't fathom it. But I'm living proof that I've seen that this is just not designed for a guy like me. Like I'm just not gonna, here it doesn't work here for me. Like there's women out there in Vegas that they don't expect as much like they do from the LA women. The LA women, I don't know what's with their pussies, but they think like they have the end of the world, and unless you've got like a like $5 million house or something, no woman's gonna want it like that. There, the women are a little more wild. They have like green hair, like wild, a little. I like it. I don't mind. I don't mind. But here in LA, these women, they're very warped. They think because they're white, the blacks, they're very arrogant here. They think they're all Beyonce or Nicki Minaj or something. They're really nothing. Because they see the good life, so they're looking for some guy that has it all, and I just can't. It's not going to happen for me here. It's not going to happen. It never will. And I'm already coming up on a halfway point. 50 years old. That's not a young man anymore. I just rather die out there. I'd rather die out there. There's no point here. There's nothing. You're walking around, and it just precludes depression. It induces like this depressive state of not wanting to be alive anymore. This place has crushed me. I mean, it's crushed me in every way possible. It hasn't given me nothing. Like all my efforts and everything. So I feel like that's my last ditch effort. So I just got to get this fucking doctor degree. I got to get the loans expunged. And I got to get that mortgage. I mean, it's kind of a simple 3-step process, before I off myself, I'm not going to off myself. I know I shouldn't have said that, but, this place is real crap. It's real crap. The people, the music, the games, it's all crap, okay? And no matter where you go, I've been around all of it, even schlepping all the way to Orange County, it's all crap. And I just don't want to go and get very, very angry because that's what it comes out of me. Like when I see pain like this, when I see nothing of nothing, like it just really makes me mad, like, and I don't want to show anybody that because they don't understand. A woman doesn't understand. A guy, even most of these guys are not going to relate. They might think they relate, but they don't. They're getting their needs met somehow. They can stomach this. They didn't live around this environment like I did. They didn't live my life, so, and they don't care. They got their reasons, and they're doing, so they're surviving, and that's good enough for them. But surviving is not thriving. It really isn't. It really isn't. So, I just don't know what to say. Like I just. I really don't know what to say. And that's all for now. I can't. I know it's another depressing episode, but I'm really, actually, really, really looking forward to the World Series. That's gonna be that's gonna be good. I'm gonna go to Vegas in 2 weeks. I'm gonna play in the fucking World Series and fly out there and have some fun and be happy. But this is not happiness. This place is not happiness. I never had a good time. I cannot tell you the last time I had a good time. I can't tell you. But I'm gonna go have some fun within 2 weeks in Vegas. That's all I have to say. That's it. I'm gonna get out of this faggot area. I'm gonna go to where women are a little more friendlier. Hopefully.